take care of people's problems.
Exactly, yes. I love that. So when we talk about solving problems and creating a plan, this holistic approach to solving the problem, not just let's somebody might call you and say, I want to purchase a property. And it sounds like you say, well, hold on, let me get a complete understanding of what your goals are, for this property.
Right. One of our peers, Nick DeMarte, has a class that he's actually teaches the art of peeling that onion back and trying to figure out what the true objective is. It's pretty clear when I'm talking to a CFO of a corporate office that says, I need 10,000 square feet of space over in Cummings Research Park. Then that's kind of a check the boxes and we can kind of help solve that. But if I have an individual that says, Doug, I have a property that we want to sell and it's a $3 million property, can you help me do that? I do want to peel back that onion and find out, well, tell me what it is you're going to do with that money. He may be saying, I'm going to build a trust for my children, or I want to create cash flow, or I want to pay this debt off, or whatever their reasons for doing that. That helps me structure a transaction that will help them accomplish that at the greatest magnitude that we could. I mean, we can always sell the property and close and everything goes off. But if I can help them maximize that opportunity to increase the return for them, that's what I enjoy doing.
And get the right players in place at the right time to help make that decision. It's not, and that's what I've been talking about a lot lately, for me, I'm not the only person that's serving you. I have a whole team of people that's going to help us put together a strategic and holistic plan, like you said, to reach that ultimate goal of, and you hit on something that we talked about a few days ago, the difference in between helping a commercial client that will be an end user versus helping a commercial client that's an investor and they want a income generating property.
Right. So a lot of times when I have a client that's looking for an income stream that they're wanting to purchase, they may not even know what kind of a return, depends on their level of sophistication, but they may not even know, I want to buy this and I want it to generate this much income. They know that, but they may not think about, well, what is that? How does that compare to, if I just put that money in a treasury bill, what am I going to make there? And that's zero risk. So if you're going to take on some risk, then you need to make a little bit better than that, and we can help them understand those differences and then to maximize that return. And those returns can be maximized on how you structure the transaction.
Right, yeah.
There are some opportunities that I have seen where on the reverse side of that, a seller wants to sell their property, but they're going to leave the building empty, and so these investors won't look at it because they think there's no income stream for purchase.
Exactly, yeah.
So we've talked to many sellers about the concept that we call a sale leaseback, or at least a master lease, where you can go in and mitigate some of that risk that the investor is going to build into their underwriting and let them master lease it for a year or so. You have to bake those costs into the sales price.
Oh, okay.
But that means, so if you had a $7 million building that would sell normally, but it's now going to be vacant, it's going to cost you $350,000 a year to rent that out, then maybe you sell it for $7,350,000 if the market would support that.
Okay.
They take that $350,000 and enter into a lease. We now have an investor that says, you're not buying an empty building, my owner is going to lease it for you while that gives us a 1-year runway to find a solid tenant for 3 to 5 years that will take them out of it.
I mean, and it just hits home even more the importance of maintaining a relationship with the commercial advisor. So before you make that final decision to close the business down, we can advise you, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It's more profitable this way. So, it's always about, I keep talking about gaining and maintaining that relationship with the agent. And I guess also putting that responsibility on the agent to gain and retain the relationship with our clients.
That's
so
right.
that they know to contact us and to keep us in the loop before they make these decisions. We should be a part of that decision.
I agree with you completely. And I'm going to say this unsolicited compliment to you about how you approach what you do here. And I know that will translate into the level of service and attention that you give to your clients. Because you and I we're friendly competitors, but we're sometimes chasing after the same rabbit. But you're going to bring to that table some solutions that somebody else may not have even thought about.
Yeah, yeah.
So depending on your experience level and your history and what you've done educationally to kind of promote, the level of skill sets that you can kind of bring to the table, then you'll draw on all of those sort of things. And again, if what you do is reflected in how you do this part of your business, if I was an investor client and wasn't my own broker, I'd be coming to you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, that's my thing is, hey, I can market it. I'll get it sold. We will market that property. And that's what I've learned or realized that I enjoy a lot, is going into a property and figuring out how to repurpose it, because now I can market it to more people, and it's not just so narrow-minded.
Well, and again, I'm going to say something I heard on one of your previous podcasts that I did not realize the depth of their background that you come from.
Oh.
So I mean, you bring to the table a lot of experience in a lot of very high valued areas. I think you were an auditor
Yes.
at one time. I remember.
Yes.
So the financial aspect of the transaction and understanding that at a very forensic level I could see that being incredibly valuable to your clients.
Thank you. That I've been connecting with, CSSI, and making sure we get some tax strategies and things like that in line, so that people know, like I said, it's about a team and that advisor. And I want to be my client's partner. I don't want to sell you a piece of real estate. I want to be a partner in this journey with you.
You mentioned
SSI.
CSSI, the cost segregation guys, Greg Perkins and his team. See, that also tells me you're associating with people that are top of their game in those specialized fields. And if you couple all of that with your history and your background and bring that to the table to a client, you can outgun most of the people out here with a real estate license, I think, because most of them are transaction oriented, and you're bringing a level of depth that they don't have.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So let's get into the